I was pissed off because here it is. We at the end of times, man, and I don't think my people is excited enough about the end because they need to know that the ending of this dysfunctional queendom, not a kingdom, this queendom that Esau Edom has established, right? Calling all the shots. You know, I'm over here looking at the news, looking at these government officials, you know, and all the ones in top authority are white. None of our people call no shots. Everybody wondering about World War III or not. We don't call no shots. So I was looking in Jeremiah 30, just going through the scriptures for comfort. And, you know, it says in Jeremiah 30 that our nobles and our governors will be, our governor will proceed out of a midst of us. He's going to be us, Yahweh Shai, right? Seed of Jacob. Our nobles will be of ourselves. I guess let's just start there real quick. And this is going to be a quick cut. All right. I do got a video that I'm going to be doing in a few hours. That's going to be, you know, a longer breakdown. Let's go to Jeremiah 30 real quick, man. Let me show y'all something. You want to sit back and get them a real angle?
Mm-hmm.
No. Just make sure they can see the Bible. I'm not really up, man. I just got out of my sleep, but I got to give y'all this. So this is Jeremiah 30. Back up until I get to the scripture. So where we at? Their nobles shall be of themselves. Their nobles. Here it is, verse 21. All right, straighten the camera. It says, and their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor, okay, we know that's ultimately Yahweh shall proceed from the midst of them. And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engage his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And you shall be my people, and I will be your God. Come on, man. Our nobles is going to be of ourselves. We're going to go back to shot calling, all right? So that's initially how this got started, but I want to go to Luke 19 real quick because brothers still believing that you're going to burn forever, lake of fire garbage, okay, that Esau Edom told you to scare you, to give him money and to go to his church. Check this out, man. We're going to go to Luke chapter 19, and we're going to go to verse 27. All right, Luke 19:27. Get it, make sure they can see this. It says, but those, okay? But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them. Since when she make that much noise? But those my enemies, okay? Enemies, not one enemy, not just Esau, okay? My enemies with the S. That's why I circled that S. Which would not that I should reign over them, because he's going to be a king of kings and lord of lords. He already is, but he just haven't taken it by force. See, when he was walking the earth, he said, to this day, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. That was the Roman Empire. Even to this day, we are in captivity to the Roman Empire. All right. And how do you think he's going to take the kingdom back? Okay. How do you think he's going to take authority over his children back? All right. By force. That's what's going to happen. It says, but those my enemies, I thought they're going to be his friends. I thought all nations is going to be saved. He's still going to have enemies? Are these non-believers? No, he already dealt with the non-believers. This is a future prophecy. He already dealt with those. Okay? Babylon was already destroyed by this time. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Do you see what kind of king and Lord? Exodus 15:3, man of war. Stop playing. All right, you read the Apocrypha. It says that your holy word jumped off the throne, okay, and came down and delivered them out of the hands of the enemy. Come on, man. All right, but those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. Yeah, that's right. This is a classified top tier little quick cut right here, because everybody don't want to find out the truth. You know, when the truth come out, you know, they scatter. Resist the devil and he shall flee, but we don't give a damn, because it's going to bless who it's going to bless. Remember, it's only going to be 144,000 kings out of billions of people. We don't expect this to be popular. All right, check this out. This is why he got to make us judges. He's getting us ready in our minds to judge, to be righteous judges. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. But I thought they get eternal life. This is a future prophecy. Okay? Future prophecy. The same one that says the sons of strangers, right, of the other nations shall build up your walls, because they're going to build our city. We're going to put them to work. And their kings shall minister unto you. Minister means serve. Okay? You see Putin, Trump, and all those kings, the Arabian king of Iran, whatever the hell. I said Arabian. You know, come on, man. China, King Jong-un, right? All these nobles and high authorities that you see who got power in the world right now, they're going to serve us. All right? Jerusalem is a people before a place. All right? For in my wrath I smote you, but in my favor have I had mercy on you. So, yeah, in his anger, he brought us to a low estate. All right? But in his favor and in his mercy, all right, we're going to rule over our oppressors. Isaiah chapter 14, 1 through 3. Look at this. The sons also of them that afflicted you shall come bending unto you. Okay? That's servitude style. That's slave style. Forget that. That's more than a servant. They shall come bending unto you, and all they that have despised you shall bow themselves down at the soles of your feet, and they shall call you the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. And ain't they gonna see New Jerusalem descend out of heaven? That's us. Come on, man. Remember that. The nation and kingdom that will not serve you shall perish. That sounds like rebellion. I thought the new covenant was for all nations. Didn't he say we wouldn't go off? We will have a new heart, one mind, one body, one soul. So how are we going to go off? We're not going to go off. Okay? They're going to go off because they're not going to get eternal life. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. I thought they was going to live forever. No, if they don't want us to rule over them, that's what's going to happen to them. All right? Luke 19:27, those my enemies. That's after the lake of fire. Okay? That's after Armageddon. That's after the valley of Jehoshaphat. It's going to be survivors. Everybody ain't going to die. So when we come back down on the earth, this is where we're going to establish our government. And I showed you in Jeremiah 30, verse 21, their nobles shall be of themselves. All right? Let's go to what is that? Zechariah 14. Because I'm confused at why is it scholars, okay, who don't understand this, man. Like, make it make sense, bro. Check this out. Check this out. If they gonna be just like you, right, and we all got some equal opportunity as nations, why does it say this? And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations, everyone that is left, everybody ain't gonna die. Everybody gonna die in Babylon the Great, except for his chosen. But everybody ain't gonna die around the world. There's gonna be desolations, but there's gonna be survivors. He said, just like a grape gatherer gathereth grapes, and he leave at least some. It's gonna be the same way when he come and exterminate all the rebels of this world. It shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, his people, not that land, people don't understand the difference, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. We're going to make them do what we do. That's why it says when the righteous are in authority, okay, the people rejoice. All right. But when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. Everybody is mourning. Everybody is scared out their ass. Okay. Because it's wicked rulership. All right. We're under wicked rulers. We're going to have to put them in all these nations in 1,000-year captivity first. Okay. Before they could start to enjoy the righteous being in authority. We're going to rule them with a rod of iron. Mark my words that I said that. Mark my words. I'm going to prove it to you. This is a quick cut, so we ain't going to take all day. You know I could teach this for 5 hours and turn your head back and forth all over these scriptures, but I'm going to keep it a quick cut. All right? And it shall be that soul will not come up of all the families of the earth. So this is dealing with all the nations. Whoever don't come up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, this is in the future, unto Jerusalem to worship the King. Who's the King? Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, the Lord of hosts. Even upon them shall be no rain. We're gonna starve their lands from having rain. So if they had these new glorified bodies that you're gonna have, if they were so equal to you, all right, they wouldn't be able to go off. We're not gonna be able to sin. They are. That's why we're gonna rule that ass with a rod of iron. Okay? They ain't gonna have no power. No power. That's why he said, those my enemies who wish that I will not reign over them, slay them right in my face. Okay? Because we're gonna establish a new government, a new world order. How about that, Esau? F your NWO. We gonna have the new world order. All right? And it's gonna come from our prince. All right? Our king. All right? It says, and if the family of Egypt, what about the Egyptians? They swear up and down, people is finna be our equal. Get the hell out of here. And if the family of Egypt shall not go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. He gonna send plagues on them. This shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. In that day shall there be upon the bells of the horses holiness unto the Lord. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at this down here, because I want to make this a quick cut. In that day there shall be no more Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. See, when you start getting specific like this, all the scholars, they quiet. They ain't got nothing to say because they don't know this stuff, man. Talking all that shit. Ain't no nations finna be our damn equal. And he ain't died for all you nations. Matthew 1:21, he died for his people and their sins. And he gonna boss us up. We at the bottom. Y'all not at the bottom. Even our people who got a little money, they just foolish. And they gonna get broken too. Your people will be willing in the day of your power. Psalms 110:3. That's why it's only 144,000 real generals who got wise judgment, who know what's going on, who ain't finna play with these nations. Look at this. And he that overcome, how they gonna overcome? The spirit of prophecy, keeping the commandments, the testimony of Yeshua, Yahushua, which is Revelations 19:10. All right. And he that and he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end. His works is his testimony and commandments. And not loving your life unto death, because you're supposed to hate it here. When you hate it here, you're going to hasten the end. All right? And keep my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations. Power over the nations? What the heck? Is this the New Testament? Yeah, this is everybody's favorite book. Revelations. Show them Revelations. The heck is wrong with people, man? We ain't finna play with y'all. He shall rule them with patty cake. He shall rule them with cupcakes. No, he gonna rule them with a rod of iron. That's his 144,000. Revelations 5:10, who he's gonna make kings and priests of the earth. The ones who's gonna be sitting on thrones with him as friends. If you really want to be a king of the 144,000, you're gonna have to man up and stop being buttery soft. Here it is, these damn heathen is going to war. Left, right. They ain't soft, but Jake want to be soft when we ain't got no authority here. It says, he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. And I will give him the morning star. Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Look at this. Everybody ain't a king. So everybody ain't going to understand this. That's why he's calling his kings to be the leaders, teachers, and prophets. Look at this. And Lord willing, we are that number. I don't say that in cockiness and arrogance, but it is what it is. The Spirit bear witness. Look at this. And have made us unto our God kings and priests. This is a future prophecy because he's going to take us out of every nation, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, because we were scattered amongst all nations. And have made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Ain't no mystical in the clouds heaven where we bowing down all day for 99 hours out of 100. Get the hell out of here. We got work to do. Come on, man. Father made the earth to be inhabited. That's that new song. Yeah. Just like the song of Moses, let my people go, and that we shall be. Watch, I got a couple more, and then we're gonna get up out of here because I wanna go back to edifying the Israelites, showing them stop false teaching. I want to make this a quick cut. I'm just pissed off right now. Zechariah 8:23. How's this for equality? Check this out. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, another prophecy. In those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him, that means the bottom of his garment, that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. Come on, man. Now, is that specific to Southern Kingdom only? No. When you in the house of David, which is going to be all 12 tribes, 12,000 from each tribe, then you will become a Jew. And your own people going to recognize you too. That's why Revelations 3:10 say, they who say they are Jews but are not, but do lie. All right, that's twofold. The fake Jews in Israel right now going to worship, but your people is too. You got to know the prophecies to know that, because that even sound like the dumbest thing on earth. Everything that sound dumb can be proven. Hold it up. All right. Look what these heathen gonna say to us in the future. We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. It's gonna be known, man. All right. Now I could cook this a lot more, but that was just a quick cut. Real quick, this new covenant that we are not under right now, it was only introduced, not established. Check this out. Check this out. This is who these new bodies is for. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant. Jeremiah 31:31, with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. That ain't got nothing to do with no damn Moabite or no Edomite or no damn Ishmaelite. What the hell is wrong with y'all, man? Boss your mind up. Love your own people. Man. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. So not the covenant we made on Mount Sinai with Moses, but a new covenant. It's only two, okay? Which my covenant they broke, although I was a husband unto them. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel, okay? That's the whole house now. Both kingdoms put together. Ezekiel 37, right? Both kingdoms put together. After those days, said Hosea 1:10-11. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, because we ain't going to be able to go off. Okay? So if they don't want to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, the other nations, they're going to want to go off. We ain't going to have the ability to go off. None of us. We're going to be pure and beautiful. The hell is wrong with people, man? And write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. That sounds like Hosea 1:10-11 to me, because he cut us off from being a nation and from being a people. But he gonna put those two sticks together and make us one, with one God over us. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. How the hell we in the new covenant and we still teaching each other? It says, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Nobody want to be taught. Don't teach me. Don't teach me. I know it. I know it. That's Israel's favorite excuse. But it's going to come a day where nobody going to be teaching nobody, because we all going to know it perfectly. So if that's what you want to be, just wait, and you ain't going to have to hear a brother tell you about the Lord. But right now, we under a curse, and brothers don't want to hear the truth, and we got to teach the truth, even if they thrust us through. Even if they hate us. We don't care. Come on, man. They shall all know me, from the least to the greatest, because there's a least in the kingdom of heaven and there's a greatest, but they're all gonna know him. We ain't gonna have to teach no more. I'm gonna get Romans 9, and then I'm gonna get Daniel to prove the everlasting, and we done, man, with this video. Like I said, I could drag this for hours. It's way too much in here, man. It's way too much in here for simple-minded people to be picking up this word and destroying it. destroying the Father's words. You should fear the Lord to not destroy his word. Man, that's pride. Pride mountain is going to take a huge fall because they scared of these nations or they love them too much to where they want to be like them. And you going to die like them. Then you're going to be brought back after death. You're going to know the law about pain. Ain't no eternal fire as in literally being eternal. That's a metaphor. Look, he says this, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ, from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh. You're in the flesh. You're in the flesh. When you talk about Israelites, shut up. It says, who are Israelites? To whom pertain, which means this belongs to you. To whom pertain the glory, the covenants. Look at this word covenants. This belongs to us, the Israelites according to the flesh. It's an S on that covenant. I just showed you guys. Both covenants belong to us. These other nations will not have everlasting life, nor will they have new bodies. Stop playing, man. Okay? They're going to rejoice when they have righteous rulers, because we got unrighteous rulers in authority right now. Esau, Edom, the border of wickedness. We're going to put his ass down. And then the righteous is going to be in authority. Come on, man. The covenants belong to us. The giving of the law belongs to us. The service of God, that means to minister, belongs to us. But you still listening to devils break this word down. You should be ashamed of yourself. The promises belong to us. It ain't one promise in there that belong to these demons. And you want to share your bread with them. It says, give not what's profitable unto you to a strange nation. But they don't know these precepts. They don't know this truth. Put it down. Let me show y'all about this. Let me give you one more cut on this eternal life real quick in Daniel. I am sick of this mess. But you know what? This goes with the sufferings of wisdom. Much wisdom bring much sorrow. That's what the book of Ecclesiastes said. It brings you much sorrow to know more than men can understand. Because you contend with men. You contend with their thoughts and their opinions and the base thinking. You got to deal with that. Check this out. Daniel chapter 12. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth, this is our people, all right, shall awake. This is at the end. When you hear that trumpet sound, they're going to awake, right? Some to everlasting life, right? And some to shame and everlasting contempt. That's not in everlasting is not like in italics. That means that's literally the translation, everlasting contempt. Because it's going to be a difference in the least and the greatest of the kingdom of heaven. That's why it says that 2/3 of our people are going to be at the bottom of the barrel with their head down, but they still going to be better than the heathen. That's why Zechariah chapter 12 verse 8. No, let me go there real quick because you already saw that. Zechariah 12:8. It says, the feeble among them shall be as David, but the house of David shall be as God. See, even your bodies, even your talents is going to be differential. Everybody ain't going to get the same type of abilities. We didn't put in all this work and everybody just going to be equal. While you got some, all Israel will be saved at the end of the day. But do you think he finna make LeBron James equal to somebody who didn't have, he already received his consolation. He got his reward. He going to make him equal to somebody who was starving, being neglected, thrust through by family, ignored, talked about. You think he going to make LeBron your equal in the world to come? Hell no. In that day, all right, check this out. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. That's our people. He going to defend his people. And he that is feeble among them. That means he that is weak among them. There's a weak and strong to every people. That's why you got white trash, but you also got the Illuminati. You also got the elites, the shadow government. But you guys are confused because all you see is white trash because you stuck at the bottom of the barrel and ain't shit. You think that they your equal. The Lord want to make you something. He want to remove the beggar from the dunghill and raise him up. A dunghill is a shit hill. That's why I told you you ain't shit. Because in this world, none of us ain't shit. That's why you should want to get out of this prison. Baruch chapter 3. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity and subject unto payments. Who you pay tax to is who you a slave to. If you so much as get thirsty for a bottle of water, Esau get paid. Get the hell out of here. Come on, man. Anything you buy, any riches you get, he get paid the more money you get. And you damn demons of our people want to make yourself equal to these damn numbnuts who you've got to rule over. Look at this. So the feeble of our people at that day shall be as David. David was a beast, but he was still a man. Okay? So you gonna be a god, but more like on a lower level. You gonna be as talented as David was. He killed lions, bears, giants, okay? Slayed thousands of men. So you gonna be a bad dude, but watch this. And the house of David, which is the governing body, which is the mountain of the Lord, that's the 144,000, shall be as God. You're gonna be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. You're gonna be more bossed up than them. That's what the least of the kingdom of heaven and the greatest is about. You shall all be shooting to be of the 144. But you can't be a part of that if you was invited to the wedding and you chose the high seat because the Lord marked you for choosing that high seat. You should have chose the low seat because he wants to bring the low man. He who humbles himself shall be exalted. You got to come as a student. You got to bow your ear down to the elders. You got to bow your ear down to the prophets. But everybody can't do that. It's millions and millions of Israelites, but only 144,000 can do that. That's humility. That's a gift. Stop playing, man. So as you see, it's a difference. This is the last thing because I started it off talking about Esau and all that, right? Let me show you that he's the one who ruled this world. And y'all want to save this place? Man, stop it. Man, watch this. Where we at? Sirach 10 and 8. Look at this. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. These people stole this country. They stole the land. They go into every land calling the shots. You can't have nuclear missiles. Who the fuck put you in charge to tell somebody what they can't have? Huh? Demon? Who put you in charge? You put you in charge. And you're going to get put down one day. It says the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Okay? Esau is the... No, hey, come on now. Precept upon precept. You understand that? You ain't even chosen. Look at this. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You are the descendants of Jacob, Israel, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If your father is not a European or your grandfather is not some other nation, all right, you go back to the people. And the spirit will bear witness with you that the things I'm telling you is true. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning, man. Stop making these damn heathen. Man, you are in captivity, bro. You're not supposed to be in a house of mirth and joy. You're supposed to be mourning. You're supposed to hate it here. All right? Y'all love it here, and that's the problem with your God. But don't let me just tell you. He gonna show you that that's a problem, man. Tune in to the next video, man. All right? I'm out.